I think it's doing. Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Okay. I don't need face as much
Okay.
as I need your voice explaining all this.
Well, you could probably just sit it down then.
Okay. Well, I'll hold it for a while. Just
Okay.
while you're talking.
So the first complication or the first risk for this procedure is as with any risk, and you could have had the same risk with your heart cath, is a stroke risk. And the reason for that is the calcium that's on the leaflets of your valve. When we go to balloon open to place the new valve, there's a small risk that a piece of that calcium can break off. And the first potential place it has to go would be these vessels right here, which are our carotids.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I had.
So it's a small risk. I just want you to know it's only 2% nationwide. So it's a very small risk, but it's a major risk for the procedure. So just keep that in mind. And this is all in this booklet as well. Everything that I'm telling you.
If that happens, I could die.
You could die. You could have died having your cath yesterday. It's the same risk.
Same risk?
Same risk.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very small risk, but it's a risk. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now the next risk would be a minor complication risk, and that's an injury to these vessels. Okay, when we go to get access and you have the same risk as you did yesterday or the other day when you had your heart cath, he could have injured your vessel doing that procedure. So it comes with the same risk, okay? And this actually happens more than the other risk.
I see.
So this is about a 4 to 7% nationwide risk
now
of
that's
injury, but it's a repairable injury. We can repair it right then and there while you're on the table and fix it, okay? So that's one. Or two. The third risk, do you have a pacemaker already?
Yes.
You do have a pacemaker.
I do.
So then we don't have to worry about your pacing issue because some people end up with a pacemaker after procedure, okay? The reason for that is this area right here of your heart is your conduction area, what tells your heart how fast to beat. And by us playing with this valve that sits right along this area, we can mess up that communication system.
Right. I think mine's set on 60.
Okay, perfect. So we won't have to worry about you needing a pacemaker afterwards because you've already got one.
Good, good.
So here's the first catheter going up with the balloon. And we put it right into the valve and we balloon open and kind of just stretch everything. And you'll see the heart quivered and then it went back to beating. We're actually rapid pacing. We've set the pacer up to 180 to make your heart do that. We're making it do that, okay?
I see.
And it's only for a few seconds. Now here's where I told you we crimp it onto this is that device that I showed you, the valve. So this is this thing crimped really, really tight onto the catheter.
All right.
And there's a balloon underneath it. And we balloon it open, the heart's quivering, and then it goes back to beating. So your fourth complication would be if there were to be a rupture on your native valve, okay? That's the fourth complication, and that would cause a major bleed, and that would cause the surgeon to have to open you up and emergently fix your heart. Okay. So that's a major complication, but it's a small risk as well. We've only had in our particular program one rupture, and that was at the very beginning of the program. They haven't had any since. So
now that didn't have anything to do with the condition of the patient.
It does. That's why. But that's something we don't. We can't tell how strong your valve is.
I know now. For some reason, I didn't know what I was saying then. I understand it is the condition of the patient that causes that. Okay.
Yeah. And that's something that we can't tell with any kind of preliminary test. We just go in, we balloon up, we place the valve, and, we hope for the best.
I guess what I was saying was it is nothing to do with the competence of the doctor.
No. You could have a weak valve that we don't know about, and we can't. There's no test to determine how weak it is. So when we go into balloon, it just happens.
I see.
If it's weakened from the attachment of where it's attached to, if that's a weak area and we go to balloon it, it could come apart, and that would cause a major bleed.
Okay.
But that's nothing we can test for. But it's a small risk. It's not a large risk. but it's a risk that could happen with the procedure.
Mhm.
And if that were to occur, we would do emergent open heart surgery on you to save you.
Really?
Yeah. But if that is something you don't want, that's something you need to establish with the surgeons, whether you want to be opened up or not. That's a
I want to
decision.
live.
Okay, well then we'll put that on your consent that you want or open heart surgery.
Okay.
All right. When we get to the consent portion, we'll put that on there for you.
Okay. I think.
But
now,
this is it. Now it's in place. Here's where that white mesh kind of creates a seal with the old
I see.
valve. With
That's
the
the
new
little
one.
thing you showed me?
Mm-hmm. And that's what it looks like when it's placed in you.
Okay. Oh, hold that up to the screen so that
Yeah.
people.
So-
Oh, no, here to here.
So this is what it looks like.
And that's going in my.
Into your native aortic
Oh yeah,
valve.
they showed it there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the picture here shows you. Oh wait.
And that's my aortic valve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So here's your old valve, or the patient's old valve, and then we just opened up this valve like that,
I put it in there.
and it slid it in, and we opened it wide open like that, and then these leaflets that you see right here is what's flapping right there.
Oh.
Do you
So
see?
that's what replaces
The old
the
valve.
old one.
Yeah, we just push your old valve up against the wall. We don't take it out.
Okay, now it was talking about. He said a cow.
This is made of cow tissue.
Oh.
The leaflets here inside,
That's made of cow tissue.
cow tissue.
See, I had in mind it was the same like artery that came out of a cow.
No.
It's made
From tissue of
from
the
the
cow.
tissue. Okay, that explains a lot. That explains a lot.
And you can find this video on YouTube. You just type in TAVR procedure, Edwards TAVR procedure, and you can find tons of videos. I'll show you when I Googled it. Well, come on. Oops. TAVR procedure, and then I clicked on videos, and it's the second video here in the video section. But you can find several different videos have been made to show the procedure.
Okay, I want you to write down that
Edwards TAVR
where to
procedure.
find that procedure,
Sure.
because it's very interesting. Since I found out that I'm going to have this, I have looked up everything I could find, and I'm limited in understanding it, but it's helped a bit to know what's going on.
Good. All right, if you want to stop recording, the rest of this is just questions I'm going to ask you on your personal.
Okay.
There's nothing else. That was all about the procedure
Okay.
and all about the risk and benefits, and that's probably what your family would want to know.
Right.
For